Hello out there, all you history fans, and welcome to a how-to video on how to make a reference list based on historical sources for your history assignment or any history work you need to complete using APA6. The website I use for my reference list is called Citefast, so if you just Google Citefast and then just click on the link like so. And in this video I'm going to be showing you how to reference various historical sources to create a reference list using this website called Citefast. So the first source I'm going to reference in my reference list is The Story of Japan by Robert Van Bergen. So this is a book written in 1897 and it is about kind of medieval Japan, namely Tokugawa Ieyasu, Toyotomi Hideyoshi and Oda Nobunaga. So I'm going to show you how to reference that right now. So the first thing we need to do, I want to use APA6. So I'm going to click on that button to start off with. It's currently put me on newspaper, but I'm actually going to reference a book. It is an online book. I'm looking at it on Wikimedia Commons, which has copyright-free material. So I'm going to start by copying the link, and I'm going to click on Manual Entry. So my author's name is Robert, and then his last name is Van Bergen. Now this is an online book. I'm going to reference the whole book. The year it was made in my information down here is 1897. The book title is called The Story of Japan. This is the first original edition of the book. And then, so I don't need to put anything for there. I'm just going to copy the link, and that citation is saved there. So I click on Save Citation, and it's going to come up for me in this one here, and that's going to build as we go and put it in alphabetical order for us. So I get rid of that one. The next one is a book. Now this is a World War I source. So this is called In the Line of Battle by Walter Wood, and it's like a book that's a collection of primary sources and letters and things, diary entries from soldiers who fought in World War I. So I'm going to go manual again. I'm going to go online. Author's first initial was Walter, his last name was Wood. It's online, so I can go ahead and put the link in already. The book title, I've already forgotten it, is called In the Line of Battle. It's the first edition. The year it was published is 1916. 1916. There's a book, Walter Wood, and that is done. So that's how easy it is for your online books. Right, so I can get rid of that one. This next one is a woodblock painting of the samurai Konishi Yukinaga. So I'm going to reference this image. So the first thing I'm going to do is get out of book, and I'm going to reference this as a web image. Right, now I need to find out some details about the image. So the author's name is Utagawa Yoshiku, and so I'm going to put that in there now. So U for the first initial. I'm going to copy and paste his last name, Yoshiku, in there. This is a work of art. The year it was created is 1867. So I'll put that in there. The image title is called that. I can also copy and paste that from there. So that is the title of the image. I'll get rid of that full stop. It is a painting. So you just add that in there. And then I just need the URL. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that straight in there. So I'm just using Control-C and Control-V. Sometimes when you right-click copy and right-click paste, it won't generate here. So you need to make sure you're using Control-V if you're pasting information. Alright, geez, I'm pretty low on the alphabet for my sources. Alright, so I can get rid of that one. Here I've got a photograph of Australians playing and washing in the water at Gallipoli. So I'm going to start by referencing that as a web image again. This is not a work of art. I'm going to type in already, it's a photograph while it's fresh in my mind. I'm going to put the URL in straight away as well. Alright, now the image title is called Australian Soldiers Part of the Anzac Force Bathing at Cape Helles. So that is the title. The date it was published is the 31st of May 1915. 31st of May 1915. I already said it's a photograph. Now I need to find who took this photograph. Victor Rupert Laidlaw. So I have a middle initial now. So I've got Victor, and then I've got R for Rupert, and then I need my exact spelling for Laidlaw because I want to get that right. I need to tick this one actually. It's a work of art or a photograph. So I made a little mistake there, but that's all good now. And just checking that over, I can click on Save Citation. Okay, I'll get rid of that now. Next one, I've got a newspaper clipping of the assassination of Franz Ferdinand in a newspaper called the Winnipeg Tribune. That newspaper isn't around anymore, but I can still reference it. So I'm going to click on the one that says newspaper. So this is going to be my next citation. Now I've done some digging on this newspaper, and I can only find the name of the newspaper. I can't find out who wrote this particular page. So I'm going to put in the Winnipeg Tribune as the author. The date this was published was the 29th of June 1914. So the day after it happened. 29th of June 1914. Now the article title is called Austria Will Avenge Murder, the Winnipeg Tribune. So that's the name of the article. The newspaper name, since we already have it, we can put it in there again for a good example though. The Winnipeg Tribune. City it is published in. We can leave that. Pages unknown because it is online. So I will need the URL for that one. I will Google now the Winnipeg Tribune. And that is the headquarters there. I'll just put Winnipeg. And we don't need any pages because it's the front page. I've done that through my own research, but it is an online version of that. And it's just clippings from that whole article as well because there's other things on the front page of that paper. So I'm going to click on Save. And now I'm going to do a propaganda poster from World War I as well. Now I'm going to reference this again as a web image. I'm using the Australian War Memorial as well. It's another really good place to find historical sources. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that information now, and you can see they are located, all the information is located down here. So the date it was made is 1915. So that's the first thing I found already, so I'm going to put that in there. Image title is called It Is Nice in the Surf, But What About the Men in the Trenches? So that's the name of this poster. Now I'm going to say it is a poster. Now this is in a museum collection and institution. So while it's not a photograph or a work of art, it is a poster, and it's in the Australian War Memorial, so I do need to tick that button there. I'm going to put in the URL automatically in here. It's important too, you can find heaps of good stuff if you go in home and then collection, and then you can see a lot of stuff from all the wars that Australia has been involved in as well. Now, I need to make it funny. Okay, the man who made this was David Henry Souter. So I'm going to put David Henry, and then I need my exact spelling of his last name. Now, he was part of the William War League. And then I can click on Save Citation. Alright. Very good. Now, to get all of this into my reference list, I'll just get rid of those language techniques for you. I'll open up a Word document. Now, to start a reference list, you need to go to a new page. You just type in the heading reference list on this side here. go down 2 spaces, go copy and paste on that button there, and then you copy the whole thing and then you paste it in here. Now there's a couple of different types of pasting options. Always go this one and then just change the font after that. The next thing you need to do is put a space between your sources. Some markers will prefer this, depends on your academic institution, some won't. If you separate them, you need to right click on the hyperlinks and remove those. Of course, if you're using printed books as sources, you won't need the hyperlinks if you've got the actual physical book in front of you. And I'm going to put references instead of reference list. And notice this will all be in alphabetical order for you as well, which is really cool. So whether you're referencing medieval Japan or medieval Europe, World War I, World War II, that is how you put your sources into a APA6 reference list. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope this information was really helpful for you.
Attention staff.